everyone, it's Witchy Stitchers.
I'm Charlene.
And I'm Morgan.
And this is Po. Hi, Debbie. She's not having it. She ain't want nothing to do with it.
She got scolded before we came to you guys because she was on the washing machine.
She was a bad kitty. But she has bling. See her royal purple bling? Here, hold still. See my pretty jewelry, humans? My pretty purple jewelry. I'm so fancy. Don't talk to me.
She knows it too.
She is a brat with a capital B. B for I'm a brat kitty. You did not come here today to partake with the Potatoes Adventures. We'd be here all day.
We can make an entire children's series, The Adventures of Potato.
Potato. the Henri kitty.
She's something alright.
So it is 30 degrees outside.
It is dumping.
It is snowing hard. You would not know that it is the middle of April. Tax Day. Titanic Day.
Happy
Abraham
late
Lincoln
birthday,
Day.
Dalton.
My offspring turned 16 yesterday. Don't know how that happened.
I mean, I'm 20 this year, so there you go.
I'm old. So, we thought we would come to you and irritate you. I mean, bring you a video of our latest adventures. Do you want to say bye, or are you going to hang around? I don't know. I got hair in my mouth, so you guys are going to have to just put up with me. So, our stitching adventures have been a little bit more improved this month, I think.
Yeah.
We finished the 100-day challenge on the 10th. I finished with just a bit over 30,000 stitches. Touched every one of my 100 projects. Hello to the sneaky snake tail. Don't be rude and flush them. That's just inappropriate. And now, as of last night, I am at 32,600 and change in my stitches, which is nothing to get excited about because I looked in my journal from last year, and last year at this time I was, what did I tell you? Either 45 or 47,000.
Somewhere in that ballpark. I was at 25,000. So.
Apparently I'm a slacker. Who knew? Where are you at? You said you didn't have time to
I
look.
know the last time I did my totals, which was at the beginning of the month, I was setting at basically 10,000.
Cool. Cool.
I'd say at least 1,200 or
12,000.
Thank you.
Because words are difficult. So I have a finish. I actually finished this last night. It was part of Dalton's birthday present. I started this one. I have no idea when.
Wasn't it a Mania?
I don't think so. I think it was in June. I don't remember when I started it. I forgot to put that.
Sorry.
I forgot to look it up and I forgot to grab my notebook.
Oops.
I don't remember when I started it. I know I started it.
Isn't it on your papers?
It's not on here.
The heck?
Oh, I lied. It's on here. I started it. I started it on the 13th of July. So, yeah. Good job.
There you go.
Anyway, so this is Bright Owl number 3. And it's in a series. I don't remember who the artiste is. Oh, Linda Bird.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a good name.
One, right? So, there's a whole set of them. So, Dalton picked out this one. Morgan picked out number 4. And Preston picked out number 5. I haven't decided which one of these I'm going to do. For me, I'll do that next year. Whichever one I don't do, somebody has suggested that she is going to get out itty bitty tiny spaced fabric and make it into an ornament to hang on our ornament tree for Halloween.
Yeah.
So, awesome possum. So, with this finished, ta-da, I am down to 96 whips. I'm very happy. So, alright, enough yapping for me.
Oh, stop it. So, I haven't figured out how I was going to tell you guys this. So,
I suggest tissues.
yeah.
Go and get them. Pause us. Go and get tissues.
Definitely go and get tissues.
Come back.
So, last week on Monday, I found out one of my coworkers committed suicide on the Friday before. And at first, I didn't want to accept it. I mean, this guy was as normal as Mom and I. He was living a really great life.
Not to be a naysayer, but that's not saying much if it's as normal as you and I.
Well, he fit the normal. I mean, he was just a typical guy having fun. I mean, he had a bunch of chickens, he had a dog and a rabbit. But little did any of us know, he obviously had a few demons that he was battling on his own. And so, obviously, they won. And so, it took me a while to accept it. So, the day after, so it was on Tuesday, it was one of my days off, I was like, okay, he's gone, it sucks, you need to move on. And, I mean, losing animals is one thing, but losing somebody you worked with and somebody I was getting to be pretty close with kind of sucks. So, I was thinking about him, and I was like, I can't keep doing this. I mean, I just was in a funk. So, I dove into one of Mom's books, and my coping mechanism is to create. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I create. So, I found this, and I found it pretty poetic that this is the one that I chose. He loved birds, he loved going bird hunting, and he loved to go fishing. So, I got everything pulled out, and, well, it took me 2 days to do it in total. But I finished this, and I did it for him, and when we know that he's been buried, or at least have a headstone, I want to go up and tell him his final goodbye. But it's easier now to go to work, but I still miss him a lot on the weekends, especially days like today, because when we had our really big snowstorm, and him and I and my lead were one of the only team members that made it in, and we just messed around, and we talked about going out and taking our pellet guns and shooting in the snow and just, making a day of it because nobody was in the store. So, his name was Brian. And Brian now has his wings. And I hope I can see him in my next life. So what did you work on? We're going to pause for a second. Okay, so in no particular order. The first, and I forgot to grab the cover of this one. Oh well. I worked on Liberty Quaker.
Love this
I
one.
love this. I cannot wait to finish this. I want to get this done by the 4th of July.
Oh, good goal.
Because that's when we started it.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
So I started working on the squirrel finally. Finally got my threads in so I can work on my squirrel. So yeah. I love these pieces. Misty is an amazing designer.
So she has a new one coming out.
Yes.
I saw a post on her, I don't know if it was on Facebook or Instagram what it was, but it had a bee on it, and I'm like, I know. So I've got to get it to have for next year, regardless. So you guys would be proud of me. I went through and I updated. So this is a list. Yes, I have to do spreadsheets and lists because I'm just OCD. Of all 100 projects. And it is broken down by name, designer.
I even bought her these nice
This
little
is the
pastels for
kitties.
her.
The date it was started, if I know, and the date that I last worked on it. And then I color coded it. So I have, if I've shown it to you guys in the video, you get a blue mark, and then of course the yellow means I've worked on it, and then the orange over here means that I made an album for it on Facebook to post my progress as I worked on it. So when I say that I am OCD with my crafts,
I'm pretty bad. I've got like 5 or 6 different composition notebooks going right now.
She gets it. Probably gets it from me. So, in no order, same. So, the This is one of the last ones I worked on. In fact, I think I worked on this one the second to the last day of my 100-day challenge. So I worked on, or I spun, because I was still doing the Wheel of Death. Yeah. So I had spun this owl, which is the one that I'm doing for Preston. And so here's an ironic twist. So I forgot, and I asked him about this. I'm like, well, did you do this on purpose? And he's like, no, I didn't even think about it. So Preston was in Cub Scouts when he was a boy. And so when I was working on this the other day, I was like, oh my gosh. Cub Scout emblem. I thought it was kind of a funny winky dink. But that goes hand in hand with one of my goals for the month is to finish this. And it's from Cross Stitch and Needlework September of 14. To finish his owl for him for his birthday, which is next month. So, we'll see. I really enjoyed working on Dalton's. And I was really upset with myself because I sit down and I worked on it. When I finally decided, I'm like, nope, I'm going to get this done for him. So the first night was 669 stitches, and last night was 644 stitches, and it was done. So literally, 1,300-ish stitches, and it was done. That was all I know, right? Loser. So.
Such a dork.
I know.
Alright, so I'm kind of in a funk with this piece. Let's do my word of the day.
Funk.
Funk.
Could be worse.
Yep.
Just saying.
This is Spooky Street. This is a ginormous house. It's not really that big, but...
No, it's only, on 14 count, it was only 6 by 7?
Yeah, I think this is 18 count.
That's 18.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still on the strike against 310.
Ah! And it's not a racist thing. She's just on strike against...
Go back a year
310.
to April 16th.
Was it a year ago?
It was a year ago. I finished it 2 days after his birthday.
Oh, that's right. R2D2. Go look it up.
That droid was the most opinionated creature the entire time I worked on it.
It was 310, 415, and 317, 318.
No.
She taught me new cuss words.
It was the darker of the two.
It's 317.
So yeah, 317.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. See, I remember. Not much, but I remember.
Please don't fall. Please don't fall.
It fell. So, one of the other spins that I had was August, which is... And I had started all of these in May. And I'm going to try to get my mojo, groove, whatever you want to call it, back. And make it a goal, yes, to finish. Well, I think my stitching bug is back. It's just a matter of what I want to work on. I think that's what it boils down to. I think
that's what our problem was.
So, because what I was spinning wasn't what my heart was set on to work on at the time. Is what I think. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Wow.
So I spun August. I don't remember what date it got spun. But I think most of what I worked on, if memory serves me right, was the roof.
You worked on it when I was at work, so you can't prove it by me.
I don't know, maybe the white up there. I don't remember for sure what I worked on. Anyway, this is part of my goals, and I didn't grab my goal sheet, but I sat down.
It's in your planner.
Yeah, it's okay. I sat down after, or just before I finished the 100-day challenge, and said, okay, this is what I would like to get done. Now that the challenge is done, it's out of the way, it's kind of free for all, do what you want. The only consistent with all of this is that I still would like to get to 200,000 by year end. I don't know if that's going to happen.
That's a lot of stitches.
It is a lot of stitches. And we're, 3.5 months in with 8.5 months to go, and I'm only setting at 32,000 stitches, which I figured it up last night, and I think that comes out to, it's either 614 or 641 stitches a day. That's a lot of stitching. And the last 2 days I've done that.
But
I've also
can't do that all the time.
No. And I've also been pushing to get a project done.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm still going to shoot for that. I would definitely like to do more than I did last year, which was...
Oh, yeah.
What did I finish with last year? 100... finish with last year? 171? No. 168. I don't know what I finished with
I know
last
that
year.
I finished almost at 100,000.
Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, that's the one consistent goal that I have. My others, if I get them done, great. But in talking with one of my fellow stitchers, she knows who she is. She's an avid watcher. You know, the best part to be successful into what you want to get done is to stitch what you love the most or what makes you happy.
Yeah.
And I think that that's where I was at.
Yeah.
And she kind of shared the sentiment too. We weren't happy with the 100-day challenge this year.
I know that when I did that one, I felt like I actually wanted to stitch.
Yeah. Well, and for me, like with the owl, the last 2 days, I had a lot of fun stitching.
Yeah, but it was what you wanted to do.
Exactly. So, anyway, it's going to be what it's going to be, and I'm going to enjoy what I'm working on.
Yes.
And if I get tired of it or I get bored with something, I think not necessarily ditch it per se, but it goes in the worked on box and something else
get
comes
love
out.
later. Dobby,
Exactly.
stay out of the pot. No, don't get in there.
Preston bought me a beautiful pot for my birthday. Oh yeah, my birthday was last weekend, by the way. And the cats, and I haven't been able to, because of all the weather and everything, I want to wait to repot my cactus and whatnot outside so I don't make a terrible mess in here in the house. The cats have decided that that pot is like their place to set. You hear that? They think that it's so fun, and Dobby will actually sit. So this is the pot, 2 legs on front, 2 legs on the back, and observes the world, and then gets mad when she falls in. She's a goofy cat.
What did we call the
there were so
Plantus?
The Catus Cetus Judges. I don't remember what we came up with the name. Yeah. Anyway, we digress.
So on Easter, I worked on Spring Fling. Just for you, Debbie.
The spring-a-da-fling-a-did.
I want to get him done for Easter so we can put him up on the mantle with the rest of our Easter stuff.
Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be so awesome? When did we start him? We started him on the 1st of July last year.
Yes, we did. Hey.
What was his name? Hassan Pfeffer 721. Isn't that what we called him?
720.
720. Sorry, my bad. All right, you showed Spooky Streak, right?
I did show Spooky.
And I showed, what was the other one I showed? August.
Yes.
Sorry, got a list. All right, so in one of the draws, and again, these are in no particular order. I still have a lot of projects left to show you guys, over 20. But we're trying to keep it even so you guys don't get bored just listening to me because, you know.
And if you do, then you know how to leave.
Well, you know, I'm not that exciting. Cynical and sarcastic. I worked on Shabby Summer. My plan was last fall to have all 4 going because I've got all 4 seasons. I have... Let's consult the list.
I think it's that one in fall.
Yes, I had fall and summer. And I think if I were to sit down and work on these without interruption so I could focus on this, there's a lot of jumping, as you can see.
Kind of like a Quaker.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. I had actually entertained about doing
a block a month.
Yeah, a block a month because there's
20 blocks, isn't there?
I just realized something.
What's wrong?
Oh no, never mind. It's not supposed to match. Never mind. There's
Oops.
There's
and she's down there too.
Yeah, Kitty's down there. There is 20. Well, 21 if you count the bottom. I don't know. I mean, if I just worked on that, I could do a block a month. But to fit in my other plans, I don't think I could do that.
Well, you
because
could.
There's a lot of work into each one of them.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be a goal for
Next year.
21. Is that
This is 21.
22? I don't know what year it is. Is to, okay, every month I am going to do a block of autumn and a block of summer.
There you go.
I don't know. Because hopefully I will have the others that I want to do moving forward.
Yeah?
I don't know. She's not telling me. I don't know.
I can't read her mind.
I don't know.
Read my own
Struggles
mind
are
for
real,
goodness
yeah.
sakes. Alright, so I worked on my blackwork whale. And I just worked down here. I'm trying to get... So all that's left on this page
So
is the blackwork part of it. So I'm just trying to get over to the side. Look guys, pink.
Alright, so of course you guys know that I'm a huge Joan Elliott fan. I started this one. This was actually a Mania start, so this one will get love again next month. I started this one on the 29th of May last year. This is her Ladybird Fairy. And you know who you are if you are watching our videos. I have a fellow stitcher, watcher, Flosstuber, who is also doing this one. So it's kind of turned into our thing.
So.
By the way, I did find some fabric for our matching project bags. So anyway.
That sounds like a treat right there.
Don't tell her. It's a secret. She will be surprised.
You tell me you need to make another zip purple.
Yes. I don't remember. I do too. I worked down here on this, filled in this red. And I think I worked on this red. I think. I know for sure it was 2 reds that I worked on. I need to get this in and get this blown up because...
I thought we did blow that one up.
No, we did not get this one blown up. We were going to blow it up and the guys got back from the restaurant because we went out to eat. Sorry guys, I forgot to turn the volume down. We went out to eat and the guys were back from getting dinner. And the guys were back from getting the food before we got a chance to get this one copied.
I know I've got a few I need to blow up too, so.
Yeah. And we just make working copies. Especially with those, I try to make 2. So I make one for the cross stitch and then I make one for the back stitch and the beading.
Well, and you really don't need to do a blown up version of the back stitch one. Sometimes. Unless it's Mother Moon.
Now this one you do because, well, and this one's very similar because of the way that she integrated the back stitching in to accentuate what is supposed to be the ladybugs and the beadwork. So
that's how Mother Moon is.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. Well, I know that one won't get done this year, but and I still haven't decided if I'm going to do Joan in July or not.
I think I'm going to do it because I want to finish Mother Moon.
I don't know, maybe I ought to do it and do the wizard.
There you go. You can finish it for Christmas.
I hate it when she comes up with ideas.
And then she's just complaining that I'm not giving her answers. Alright. So here's my mill hill. And I am slowly working my way over... I don't know what does it look like. Okay. I'm slowly working over into this tree. It's white. So I'm having to wash my hands every 5 minutes. So, yeah.
Wasn't that what they're preaching for us to do anyway?
I use more soap in the last month than I have in the last 2 years.
You know, your hands are clean. And your project's clean.
So I've got clean projects. That's all that matters.
So this is another one that I had told her, like, oh, I'll be able to get this one done in May because of the bus stop stuff. And so.
Sorry, don't mean to laugh.
Anyway. There's no sympathy. So.
Like you give me any.
I started this one. I'm pretty sure I started this one when Morgan.
I was in second grade, I think.
You were either in kindergarten or 2nd grade, but I think you were in 2nd grade.
I was in 2nd grade.
I can never remember. Sure. Oh, excuse me, and there's no date on it as far as, there was 1995. Well, that doesn't tell me deadly squat, so anyway. So, I worked on this one a lot because I did have some time to work on it. Mostly, so this little girl is done except her back stitch, and then of course I have the inside of the hoop. Where else did I work?
I guess we could tell them why you were able to work on it.
I was busy waiting on her for an appointment. So, and I have to have something to do when I'm waiting. I also filled in this brown on the basket, as you can see on here. So this is a basket full of sewing supplies, and then of course the little girl. I think that was all I got done. I think I was going to start the blue on the houses over here, and you came out from your appointment, I think. I can't remember. Anyway, I got a lot done. And
we can tell them.
That's totally up to you.
We will at the end if we have time.
Okay. But this is one that I want to get done this year, and you can tell it's in my Denver Broncos. The old.
I like this a lot better.
I do too. I never have I didn't like it in '97 when they brought the new one out, but that's a
Colorado thing.
It's a Colorado thing. Yep.
Only Bronco fans get.
Yeah, that's just because we're weird. Anyway.
We're not weird. Wow.
Maybe.
A little bit. Alright, so I worked on summer. I want to get this page that I'm working on done. It's got this ginormous poppy on it, and it's so pretty. I'm pretty sure it's a poppy. It looks like a poppy.
Maybe.
It looks like the poppies that we have growing down the road in the summertime.
Very pretty.
Anyway, that's where I'm at.
Do we have the hard copy of this somewhere?
Floating around this house somewhere, yes.
Oops. So if you go back a few videos, we had started...
all 4 of them or something like that.
Yeah, we had started the Art Nouveaux.
I just showed them a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
so.
I can't remember who the artist is, though. I don't know if it says... This is from Cross Stitcher magazine. Let me see if I have my working copies here. And I don't know who the artist is on these. But it's out of Cross Stitcher magazine.
Yes.
So I will hold it back here so you can get an idea. So, see the grapes, the leaves.
That's fall.
That was fall. And so I got... I'm trying to remember what direction this goes. So it goes this way. Looks like music notes, the way I stitched it.
I thought it looked like cherries when I first started working on it.
So I worked on that. Do you want me to go ahead and show all 3 of them since I got them out?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So worked on that one, and then a couple days later, or maybe just a little bit later, I drew the Christmas one. So
which is poinsettias.
Poinsettias, whatever. And got that done on that. I think I was actually missing... Memory serves me right, I was missing one of the reds, so I think I worked mostly on the darks. I think I worked on the green, and then I think I worked on the... Or maybe I did work on this red up here. I can't remember. It's been a little while since I worked on it. And then lastly, I worked on, and of course I don't have this pattern. Oh, this isn't good.
It's the summer roses.
It's the summer roses. Anyway, now I gotta find my pattern. That's the, and they, to me, they look like penny blossoms before they open up. But anyway, so I worked on all 3 of them. Give me just a second.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, had to take a phone call.
So this is not up to date. No judgment. If I feel judgment through this phone,
be nice.
I'll crawl through it.
Be nice. She's just saying that because I'm all caught up on my temperature tree, and I have a whole bunch of more branches done. I didn't show it because I wanted to show these others. I've shown it several times, and I wanted to show the other ones.
Yeah.
I'll shut up.
You're good. I'm only caught up through April 21st, or March 21st. So I need to get my poop in a group and get caught up.
So if they can't give judgment, can I?
You judge me on a daily basis.
I'm your mom. That's my job.
Exactly. So I'm going to work on that tonight. So my last one, which I'm going to finish today, or if not today, tomorrow. I pulled this one out and was worth
So pretty. And everything is falling for.
And they say ghosts aren't real. So I worked on my trans witchcraft.
So pretty.
And it is really coming to life.
So pretty.
So all I have left to do is to finish the table skirt. Yep, and then I had to do the last candle on the side and the wax on both of them. So I need to do, I need to do this candle on this side. I need to do the smoke on all of them, and then I have all the back stitch.
Yeah. It's going to be so pretty.
Yeah. I'm going to try to get it done to put up on our mantle with our Halloween tree this fall.
Cool. So that's going to be your goals moving forward?
Yep.
Okay. So, we kind of came up with a plan, and like I said, I forgot to grab that piece of paper, so I'm going to do this from memory. So we decided to copy a few people, because we both think it's a really cool idea. So we have several people that we watch that do, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dark 13, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Dark 13.
Dark 13, and then of course the 31st. Obviously both of those correlate with Halloween
I don't
stuff.
think they do the 31st. I think they just do the 13th.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe the 31st we talked about.
I think we made the 31st our
Anyway,
thing.
so, obviously not every month has a 31. And she and I both have several Halloween projects.
Halloween's kind of a thing in this house.
Kind of, yeah. And so we thought that we would incorporate the 13th for, so like this month, day before yesterday, the 13th. So I worked on him because
I worked on my
and he was
cauldron.
actually, part of the Halloween you get it. Obviously there's no 31st, so that will be my only Halloween project this month. Next month, then I'll incorporate it, 2 different Halloween projects.
Yeah. Sorry, I was
don't do that. Well, I thought you were saying something. And then, got it. We thought on the 25th, we would work on, so she has, like I do, she's doing the poinsettia, the winter art. But I thought that on that day I would work on my festive cupcakes.
Yeah, I'd probably work on winter because I don't have anything Christmas. Ugh.
I didn't show the festive cupcakes. I worked on them last week. They were one of the latter ones that I spun on the wheel. But going forward is one of my yearly goals. There's 9 cupcakes. Is that what we said? Or 12? 12. Is there? I thought there was 9. Anyway,
I think there's 12 because there wasn't it going along with 12 Days of Christmas.
I can't remember. Anyway, finishing a cupcake each month.
The food project.
But they're huge cupcakes.
Yeah.
I mean, huge. And so they would take a good chunk of a month. But definitely, even if I don't get one done, at least on the 25th, that would be my focal piece. The mother's quilt, I still want to get a block a month. That did not happen in March. And then
our bug packed up, said sayonara, and left.
It stayed around every day long enough for me to do my 100 stitches, and that was pretty much it. And then I also want to get back to doing my Prickly But Cute.
Yeah, I do too.
And get back on track with them. Because it would be really awesome, those 3 things, if I could get them done this year. That would just be, because like the festive frosting and the mother's quilt, those projects have been in the works the mother's quilt has been in the works since she was a baby. Festive cupcakes, I think I started 2 or 3 years ago. It's been a while.
It's been
in fact,
a while, yeah.
It's been long enough that I don't even have. I didn't even remember what it was on my list. Another thing that she and I talked about, and she showed it last video.
Which one?
Louise.
Oh yeah.
Lallier, 1901. Is that correct? She so in the middle of hers, and you can go back to our last video and see Morgan showed that. In the middle of that sampler, more toward the top, she has the alphabet.
Yes.
And so I think it would be really cool to do a letter of the alphabet each month and make that a goal in going forward with working on her. It is such a beautiful project.
I want to do a flower every month.
Yeah.
Get the border done because I want to get down to
And
the
those
animals.
flowers are seriously confetti heavy.
Ugh,
Seriously
leaves
heavy.
and yeah.
Yeah. And then the other
I'll be
thing
there
that I
for a
want to
while.
get done besides Preston's owl is that I want to finish his hamster. And I think I showed that last video too because I had spun it. I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, you did because you had to hold it back here because it's a postcard.
Yes, it's the one that's on the Panagamma postcard that I received from Post Crossing. So I want to get that one done to give to him for his birthday too.
Yep.
So those are my goals moving forward, considering we have literally 15 days left in the month. I got a lot to get done. I've got quilts to get done. Yeah, I got a lot to do. So anyway, besides life in general. And the kids only have one more month of school left.
Yeah, I hit a month on Dalton's birthday.
Yep. I think actually Dalton's last day is the 22nd or 24th.
Yeah, he goes a couple weeks longer than I do.
Yeah. So, but anyway, we're almost done. We're on the downhill slide. So maybe things will straighten out and we'll get back to normal on our videos for a while until somebody goes to college. And then just to warn you that you will probably only get videos from us when she is home on breaks.
Which will be like summer.
So, I don't think we're going to stop doing them, but I think we'll definitely be taking a hiatus.
Or maybe try to do Zoom versions.
I don't like those. We've watched people that do those, and it's nothing against the people that are doing them. It feels very disconnected.
Yeah, and connection issues. Because I know the internet on campus is pretty bad.
Oh, that's reassuring.
Yeah. Or maybe it was just my computer today. But anyway, so the reason that she was able to work on her mother's quilt this week, or not, was it the mother's quilt that you worked on? Or
no, I love needlework.
The needlework piece. There was a trip in the works that I was hoping to go on. Thank you, COVID. I did not get to go, but I am getting my scuba certification. So
she was busy learning how to. She knows how to swim. She's actually a very good swimmer. But she was learning how to swim with a mask.
Respirator and everything.
Like a ninja in the water. That's what it looks like.
I felt...
Ninja watering.
I felt like a cat trying to swim.
Cats are actually very good swimmers. I
couldn't stay underwater. I'm so light in water. I just kept floating up. My buoyancy was super positive.
She just needs to eat more mom's cooking. I would have no problem. I would sink like a lead balloon.
Actually, you wouldn't.
Want to bet?
Whatever. Anyway, I think.
Is that all of our news?
I thought there was something else I was going to say.
No. If we made you cry at the beginning, we're not sorry because, life happens. But thank you for sticking with us to the end and listening to our stories.
Yeah. And just hold the ones you love close and check in on them. Because we didn't know.
One of the things I loved, I saw this post, actually a mutual friend she and I have, one of my mini pen pals, and it was talking about we all need to know that we are loved. Yeah. And that's important. It is. We need to hear that. And, I think I did not know the woman. In fact, my first and only memory of the woman was going to her funeral, but it was my great-grandmother. And I remember my grandmother telling me stories about how she was a very, very negative, and again, she grew up during both of the world wars. She was a very negative woman, but the one redeeming factor about this lady was she used to always say that it costs you absolutely nothing to be kind and to smile. And sometimes a smile will make all the difference in the world in a person's day.
Sometimes that will save their life.
And especially with what we've got going on right now, I don't care what anybody says. If we thought that it was ugly a year ago was nothing compared to where we're at right now. So just remember, it doesn't cost you a single dime to be kind and to smile. And if you see a total stranger wearing something that you like, why not say, I love your blouse, I love your hair. That's not creepy. That's being kind. And that could mean the world to that person. And again, with the way that the world is right now, we need it more than ever. So, anyway, I will get off my soapbox. I will wish you all a wonderful day. I hope that the frog stays away from your house and only arrives if you want frog legs and whatever you eat with frog legs.
That's French, I don't know.
Anyway, and I think that's it. I think
we've got at least a couple inches now out there, and we've been talking for an hour, so.
For 40 minutes. Well, yeah, more than that, because I had to stop, but yeah, we're pushing that 2-inch mark out there, so.
Yeah,
but we need it, because
this is the heavy, wet stuff that we need too.
They already had almost 1,000-acre fire up in the northwest part of the state. So.
Yeah, we're here in the mountains. I don't want to evacuate.
I don't want to have to pack up all my stitching. I burned up because I just be like, oh, screw it. I don't have the energy to pack all this crap up.
They can't burn us anyway.
Good point. Anyway. All right. Everybody have a wonderful day. And to be back on my soapbox, just remember.
Be kind.
Bye.
Bye.